I could tell. I could tell.
That's awesome. That's great.
Oh, okay.
What is it?
God. All right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. We're moving on today. Here we go. We're moving on. So I think we left off talking about Alaska, right? The frozen tundra. Yeah, a lot of resources up there, right? Yeah, there actually is, which we talked about. So bell ringer for today. I checked those on Thursday. So I put the grade in. You're all good to go. I will put the grades in for the political cartoon towards the end of class because I shouldn't screenplay when I have the grades up, right? That won't be a good thing to do. I almost did it. I made sure I won. But anyway, bell ringer for today. Describe what Seward's icebox was. How is the purchase of Alaska a benefit for the U.S.? And who did we buy the land off of? For how much? Man, that's a big question. I was going to ask more on that. I don't know. It's Monday, right? It's Monday. Calm down a little bit. We have school next Monday. No, how cool.
And next Wednesday.
How cool. Well, we have a half day, I think, right?
Is he working?
You don't work Saturday. Where do you work again? Oh, that's right. So what do you do there? You show the animals? Oh, that's cool. Last time I was there, a baby sheep just all over my hand. It was ridiculous.
That's kind of gross.
I know.
Wait, what was your hand doing there?
That's a good question. It's a good question. No, I was just walking. Actually, it was probably from me to Brittany away, and just it's like, whoa, what the heck? I don't know what they're feeding them there, but it was flying out.
The goat's all in you.
What's that? That's true. That's true. Maybe they fed him a hot tamale or something. Who knows? All right, let's work on the bell ringer here. Should take you a little bit of time. What do you think? 3 minutes? Maybe 4. 3.5. We'll land on 3.5.
I like the backers that you wrote.
Heck yeah, man. I got the pennant up back there. Well, I have a lot of pennants up, but I got the big one back there.
He's a bad line.
What?
See that 4 an hour, 3 an hour. Oh, what a big package.
Oh, here we go. I like the back when Brett Favre was playing. You probably don't remember him.
Yeah, they were pretty good back then too, weren't they?
Yeah, they won a Super Bowl. That's why I started liking them.
That's what I thought.
I was little, man. Same with the Hurricanes. They were awesome. Won national title, so you know what? I like the team.
Yeah, they're real good now. They're real good now, aren't they?
Actually, they're 3-0.
Yeah.
Just like the Packers.
Bandwagon.
Yeah. Jumping on.
Like the Bills too.
The Bills, no. I like how they're doing well, though. They're playing really well. Did they win yesterday?
That's crazy, that stadium. Yeah.
I know. There's so many people there. You just couldn't hear anybody going. You couldn't hear it going.
Kind of sad though. $2 billion and nobody's coming.
I know. Same with the LA stadium.
How much did that cost?
A lot.
Raiders look like that's ours.
Who do you have this week, Chase?
Susquehanna.
Okay.
That's tough.
How are they this year?
I don't think anything special this year.
Wow.
I don't have old Stump anymore.
What's that?
I don't have Stump anymore.
Stop it.
What? That's his name.
That's his name. John Stump.
John Stump?
Who is that?
He was no running back.
Oh, no, I don't remember. No. I thought you meant that. Never mind. Oh. You guys. We need more time. Okay. One more minute. Are you mixing paint Saturday?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Deck paint. He got the interior, exterior, like the $50 stuff.
Did you ever?
He goes, I go, what kind of sheen do you want? He was like, I don't need a sheen. And I was like, what do you mean you don't need a sheen? He's like, it's for a deck. I was like, we have to put a sheen as an interior paint and exterior paint. Some people, jeez.
Did you ever mess up real bad with that? Put the wrong color in?
No one's ever came back in and said that I messed up my painting. So.
Could you imagine? I painted my whole living room. Wanted it white. It was black. I thought it would turn white after an hour.
You messed up white.
It's true.
You messed up paint trays.
I was just 4 gallons.
4 gallons.
Yeah, I put it in the wrong shade, but they were fine.
Jeez.
Actually, twice. The one time.
Rookies.
Yeah.
The one time.
Oh for 1 that day.
Yeah, I just checked the base. Left over though.
Haley, did you score the goal this Saturday? Did you score the goal? Oh, it was an assist. Who scored? Oh, I had. You know what? She did tell me that in Discovery. That's awesome. Make the highlight reel.
There's only 4 highlights. 10.
Colin.
4 goals.
Jeez.
There's 4 goals. How many?
That's true. There could have been a cool like maneuver, bicycle kick or something. I don't know.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Describe what Seward's icebox was. Why'd they call it Seward's icebox? Well, let's start off with who was the person that persuaded the United States to buy this chunk of land here. It says it right there. Who was it?
Seward.
What was his first name? Do you watch the video?
Oh,
Go ahead, Chris.
I know that Seward had the idea of getting it, and the people made fun of him for them followed the idea, like moving the community and Seward's icebox because they thought that out loud from the ground.
Yeah, good job. So it's William Seward, right? So he was the person that tried to persuade the United States to buy this land. And realistically, why did he want to buy this land? Why did he think it was a good idea? Why did he present to the people and say, we should buy this chunk of land up here by the North Pole? You know, we can get all the presents quicker and faster, right? From Santa. No, Colin? Still believe in Santa? Yeah, I do too. Chris?
It was like Russia.
Okay. So who owned it before?
Russia owned it before.
Yeah.
They didn't want it. It was like Russia was kind of like they didn't want people to cross over.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So Russia owned it before. And
Canada, because they didn't want the British troops to go through that part.
yeah.
It would be easy for Canada, so then doing someone else again.
Okay. Yeah. Good. You're right on the right track there. Good. So Alaska, Russia bought it, right? Okay. So Alaska's in what part of the world? The what hemisphere? Western hemisphere, right? Okay. So Seward thought, you know what? We're going to follow that. What doctrine was it again? Monroe Doctrine. Get the European powers out of the Western hemisphere. This should solely be for the United States. Okay, this Western hemisphere should be the U.S.'s playground, all right? That there should be no European influence in this side of the world at all. All right, good. So with Russia, they went through the Crimean War. Okay, they're beaten up. And did they go through industrialization like the other European countries, the United States, at the time of the 1860s, 70s? No, not at all. Okay, not at all. So they were struggling. They needed just money. Okay, they needed money to try to rebuild and try to inspire industrialization in their country. So they were hurting. And they were fearful that Great Britain would get this land, right? Okay, why? What did Great Britain control? Haley? What did Great Britain control? What territory? Yeah, sorry. Canada, right? I'm just circling up here. Just like doing it for no reason, I guess. So Great Britain controlled Canada, right? And with that, Russia was afraid because, look, here's Great Britain, okay? And then Great Britain also controlled Canada. And if they would get Alaska, they have them surrounded, right? They have them surrounded. So they figured, well, we should try to sell it off to the United States. They're less than a threat than Great Britain. And if Great Britain tries to take us over for resources and more power, then we're screwed, right? Then we're screwed. So they decided to sell it to the United States. But what did the United States just get done with that they couldn't buy it right away? Or are they just going through? What did they just finish up with? So we bought it in 1867. What finished up in 1865? Civil War. Yep, good job. The Civil War. 2 for 2, Chase. What a boy. What a boy. Yeah, the Civil War. So the U.S. was struggling. They needed to rebuild. They needed to reconstruct the South. Okay, we need to try to inspire industrialization, right? Okay, we need to try to grow and become a stronger, more dominant country. All right, so with that, we bought Alaska. We're following the Monroe Doctrine, booting out one of these European powers of the Western Hemisphere. And people said Seward's icebox because they were upset, right? They thought this was dumb. Why did we buy this chunk of land? Ethan, why? Why were people upset?
I thought it was wasting money.
Yeah, they thought it was wasting money. Why? What did people call it? Like, was there any resources up there that the people knew in the 1870s? No, not at all. They thought it was just a frozen tundra. They thought, why are we just buying chunks of ice? What are we gonna just fill up our freezers with ice? Get ready for that Penn State game, right? To put a bunch of sodas on top and have a good time? Yeah. No. But realistically, what did Alaska have to offer for the United States?
Spy on Russia.
Haley, go ahead. Timber, oil, right? So resources like that, especially oil for industrialization, growing our industrial economy. Okay. And what do you say, Colin?
Spy on Russia.
Spy on Russia and these Asian countries, right? We can set up military bases there, establish them there. Good job. All right, so Alaska turned out to be a pretty darn good investment. And how much did we buy it for from Russia? How much? Go ahead. 7.2 million. Yep, good job. So in today's money, what would it be? You guys remember? What's up, Brittany?
I thought you said it was like 105 million.
150. Yep, you're close. 150 million today's money. Not too bad. Not too bad. So then it was like 2 cents an acre. 2 cents an acre. That's stealing, right? That's great. So in today's money, it'd be about 50 cents an acre. Still stealing. That's really good profit there. Also, many people go up there for vacation, right? Yeah, we're going to go shoot some moose and grizzly bears, whatever we need to do. It's going to be a great time. And also whales, okay? Grabbing some different types of resources and fisheries that we never really had before, okay? So overall, this is expanding the United States marketplace. We can establish military bases there, and we can fuel our industries with oil, timber, and gold, right? Gold. I love gold. Austin Powers. Don't you guys ever watch Austin Powers? Gold member. I love gold. No? Okay. So, what is the capital of Alaska? What is it? Cody? What is the capital of Alaska? Yeah, I said Cody. Take out one of your earbuds so you can hear me. There you go. Do you know it?
I don't know the capital.
Does anybody want to help him out?
Not fall for your trick.
Chris?
No.
What? Do you know? I know it. Do you know it? All right, I'm done. I'm done with it. I kind of outlived the joke there. That was good for one day. Juneau. Yep, you got it. And gold's up there. That's great stuff. So Alaska turned out to be a great purchase. Everybody was giving Seward some crap about it. Here we go. 2 vocab terms for today. And guess what? We're coming towards the end, so you know what that means. Oh, quiz. Yes, quiz. Look out. Actually, I got 3 of them today. 3 of them. There we go. All right, let's go over this real quick. Open door policy. What do we have? Go ahead, Angel.
Statement of principles initiated by the United States in 1899 and 1900.
For
Protection of
for
all countries trading with China and those foreign Chinese.
There you go. There you go. So open door policy was the establishment of trade with China, okay? And these Asian countries here, specifically China, though, right? Specifically China. We talked about the Boxer Rebellion, right? What was the Boxer Rebellion, remember? Chris, go ahead.
No president against foreigners, driven China.
Yeah, good job. So these European countries coming in, how'd they really take advantage of the Chinese citizens? What'd they do? What'd they do? Remember?
Trading.
What are they dropping off for them? Making sure that, what's that? Drugs. Yeah, they're dropping off drugs. Yeah, they're giving them heroin, opium. And it came to a point where they were really swindling those Chinese citizens to a point where they're taking all their resources and taking advantage of them, forcing them to work as slaves. And really, it was just a bunch of drug addicts to the point where Chinese citizens and government officials got together and said, let's get these European countries out of here. That's what they did. That's what the Boxer Rebellion was all about, really. And then we have the open door policy. So guess who opens up trade with the Chinese?
Us.
United States. You got it. Good job. Good job. Good. So the United States stepping up as a world power, right? We're opening up trade with these Asian countries. All right, Russo Japanese War. I know I talked about this before. What do we have here for this? Rooster. Yep, you got it. Good job. So Japan, they were growing, right? They're becoming a more industrial power because of Matthew Perry and gunboat diplomacy. So they're accepting those industrialized views, right? They're becoming more of a modern country. They're building up their military. And let's face it, Japan's a what? They're a limited amount of resources they have, right? So what is Japan? An island, right? Yeah, so they got to expand. They got to try to imperialize other areas. And guess where they look? They look towards Korea. They look towards Mongolia to take it over, extract resources. But guess who it's right next to? Russia. Yeah, Russia. And guess who tried to open up trade with Japan before the United States got there? Russia, right? So who do you think really started this war and pushed Japan to start this war with Russia? The United States. Unbelievable. What a bunch of jerks. Crazy, crazy hooligans. Yeah. So with that, Japan actually crushes Russia. They destroy them. Okay. So because Russia wasn't industrialized, they weren't modernized yet. Okay. Japan actually was. So the other European countries, how do you think they viewed Russia as? A laughing stock, right? Just like, you guys just lost to an Asian country. Are you kidding me? Social Darwinism, right? Survival of the fittest. This is ridiculous. I can't believe you lost to Japan. Unbelievable. So that's the viewpoint of it, actually. Now, these European countries are almost laughing at Russia. Okay, they're just like, I can't believe you lost a war to Japan, Asian country. Unbelievable. And after that, Japan becomes an imperial power, building up to World War II, which they'll challenge us in a war here soon. Good. Who solved the disputes between Japan and Russia? Huh? Who solved the disputes? Haley? Yeah, United States. Good job. Specifically, what president? He won a Nobel Peace Prize for it. Teddy Roosevelt. You got it. Teddy Roosevelt. Good. All right, gentlemen's agreement. This falls in the hand of Russo-Japanese War. Okay, gentlemen's agreement. This comes right after it. What is it? What is it? What do we have? Chase, what do you have for gentlemen's agreement?
A legally non-binding agreement between two parties.
Okay, yeah. So, with the gentleman's agreement, the United States allowed immigration from Japan to the U.S. Okay, they allowed them to come over and try to understand the new types of industrialization, specifically on the west coast of the United States. All right, so allowing the Japanese immigrants to come over because at this time there's still a lot of white supremacist views yet. Okay, there's still a lot of ideas that the white culture was far superior than the rest of the world. Okay, so with that, it allowed the Japanese immigrants to come over, look at these new ideas and innovations of expansion in the U.S., and take them back to their own country, make it more of an industrialized modern society. Does that make sense? You guys good with those three terms? Okay, gentleman's agreement, as with the Japanese, in the Empire of Japan and the United States, and we're allowing their immigrants to come to the United States to see these new innovations and really just have the opportunity to live in the U.S. Okay. All right, moving on. Here we go. So we just got done talking about Seward's icebox, right? Okay, the claiming of Alaska. All right, watch the ice. Polar bear slipping and falling. Looks like Colin there on the mat, doesn't it?
It's real funny.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Wrestling season.
All right, we'll wait. Can't wait. All right, so there we go. Seward's icebox. We know why we purchased it. We purchased it for $7.2 million. Very little amount. And the resources we got: timber, oil. If you want to talk about it, gold. That's great. Okay. Moving on. U.S. gets Hawaii. So expanding our imperialistic control to Hawaii. All right, the island of Hawaii out in the Pacific Ocean. Oh. All right, so why is the U.S. there in the first place? What do you think? Why is the U.S. there in the first place? No. Chase? Okay, all right, so trade. We'll get to that. But realistically, why were we there? You guys remember the term manifest destiny? What is manifest destiny? Guys remember. Haley, go ahead. For? Why are we expanding out in the West? Who's telling us to go out there? You know? Anybody? God's telling us, right? God. Right? We need to try to spread Christianity. The United States needs to try to really inspire Christianity and our beliefs out to these other countries and territories, specifically now in the Pacific Islands. Okay? So spread Christianity. That's a We're just going over there to spread Christianity. That's all we're doing. We're going to try to open our beliefs and customs, traditions to the Hawaiian territory. We just want to try to spread Christianity. That's it. No other reason. What do you think of that, Chase? You think that's totally true? Oh my gosh. Why is the U.S. so mean lately since we're talking about it? Jeepers. All right, so number one, talk about God. Let's try to spread Christianity, U.S. missionaries out to Hawaii. And overall, that really was accepted by many U.S. citizens in the United States. They were just like, you know what? Yeah, let's go out there and spread Christianity. That's our goal, okay? All right, God's given ability to try to expand our territory, our land. Spread Christianity. Number two, now we're getting to the gist of things. Steal sugar. So sugar plantations, okay, we already talked about it with Cuba. We'll get into it a little bit more when we get to the Spanish-American War. The United States wanted to try to monopolize the sugar growth, okay, the sugar industry, and monopolize it in the European market, the world market. If the U.S. is the only country that can extract resources of sugar, what does that do for the price in these European markets and the world market? What can they do with the price? Jack it up, right? Yeah, because no one else is really selling sugar products, okay, making finalized goods out of sugar cane, okay. So it comes to a point where we're trying to monopolize it and really jack up this price. Everybody loved it. So number one, make sure you guys remember the real reason, right? The real reason we're there is try to spread Christianity. Morally correct, right? Yeah. Remember those two primary sources we talked about. William Jennings Bryan, he always stated, he always expressed that, we should just try to talk things out. We shouldn't just try to use our military to take over these territories. Let's just be a just nation, a morally correct nation. We got to be different from these European powers. But realistically, we're there for extracting resources, and eventually we'll talk about it to set up a military base. All right, everybody hates Queen Lukiani. So she was the last monarch of Hawaii, the last queen, okay? And she was overthrown by these sugar plantation owners, these sugar industrials, I guess you could call them. So the monarch, right before her, okay, right before the monarch of Hawaii accepted that the United States can come there, they can try to establish modern views and really grow Hawaii as a stronger nation, stronger territory. Okay. It came to a point, though, that the U.S. was making a huge profit off of sugar cane, and they just wanted to totally take over the island nation. So Queen Liliuokalani tried to push the United States influence out of Hawaii. She didn't want to have the U.S. extracting resources, taking over their land, and forcing their people really to work as slaves in their own territory. So she was upset by it. She wanted the U.S. influence out of this territory, out of Hawaii. All right, that's not nice. The U.S. can't be taking advantage of the Hawaiian people. So what do you think happened to her? She died. No, actually, we didn't kill her. Haley? Pretty much, yeah. So the sugar industrials, so these people that these American people that went to try to extract these resources, strictly for sugar industry, sugar cane, they marched onto the political building, and realistically, United States weapons are far superior. Even these people that aren't even a part of the military, they have weapons there that the Hawaiian people don't have. So they storm onto I guess you could call it their Capitol building, pushed her out of power, and that was it. That was it. And in 1898, 1897, the United States annexed Hawaii. They annexed Hawaii. They took it over. So realistically, was the United States really there for spreading Christian values? No. We just wanted to get sugar. We wanted to set up a military base and really use it as a stepping stone over to Japan, China, these Asian countries.
So we didn't buy it, we just took it over.
We just took it over. How cool is that? Man, how cool is that? So is Seward really that bad of a guy? No, he just bought it from Russia. He's like, I want to buy it. But with Hawaii, these capitalist business owners for sugar, they overthrew her government, Queen Liliuokalani. Get her out of there. Get her out of there. All right, is there any questions on that, guys? You good? So number one, why were we there? What was the real reason why the United States went there? Okay, the real reason was sugar, but what was the influence why the U.S. is going to Hawaii? How did we try to tell the American people Christianity, right? Christian moral values, right? We want to try to spread Christianity. 2, sugar. Yep, good job. And then 3, like we talked about before with the reasons of U.S. imperialism, establish military bases, okay? Establish military bases. All right, is there any questions on that, guys? So 1897, the United States claims Hawaii as really a territory moving into a state, which we'll talk about, okay? And this is leading right up into the Spanish-American War, okay? Spanish-American War. Also, let's face it, Hawaii, if we want to try to fight Spain and the Philippines, we need to try to have this island nation, right? We need to try to have a military base there in order to set our naval ships out there, restock, refuel, and make the trip across the Pacific Ocean. Okay. I'm going to play a short video, and that will be it for today. Stop the recording. Oh, expect a quiz here. Let's say, what do you think, Wednesday?
Thursday.
Wednesday, yep, Wednesday. Sounds good.